Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another QB Zone. We're coming right into the action. Week 2 versus the Ninjas. Let's get right into it. So, first thing that we do, what is that? We check the safeties and check the blitzers. Okay, so it looks like we have one blitzer here, lined up at 7 yards. Two cornerbacks even with the blitzer, 7 yards, and you have two deep safeties. So, for all intents and purposes, looks like cover 2. So, let's think of some cover 2 beaters that we could run. Right? Usually, the cover 2 beaters are going to be, let's say, fades. We got fades and a post on the strong side here. And then you got, I think you have like a zig route here and a zag route here. So generally you're going to be looking for what this safety is going to be doing in a cover 2 scenario. So if safety plays towards the outside receiver's fade, you'll go for the post that's in the slot. If the safety tends to ease over towards the slot receiver, you can go deep with this fade here. In the cases where they're playing 2-man, then you have one-on-one on the outside or one-on-one basically everywhere, but your slot receiver has inside leverage. So let's see what I read here. I was reading the safety. So from here, the post is almost immediately open. The slot receiver has inside leverage. As soon as he makes his cut, gets his head around, the ball should be arriving in his hands just because of leverage alone. Not expecting much run after the catch, just a safe, solid throw to the perceived open space in cover 2. I do have some short routes here, but you could have hit the center here or the slot here. Either one would have been a good option here. Let's take a look one more time. Identifying the safety. Have an eye on the safety here at your first jump. You can see that his leverage is beat already, and as soon as he makes his cut, the ball should be coming out. Try the numbers. Important to know, you don't want to lead your receiver on this throw as well. Right? You want to hit him right on the numbers because there is another safety on the opposite side. So this has to be in between both safeties. It's not a lead throw. All right, this is an on-target throw right between the numbers. You almost want to stop the receiver's momentum from going forward too much so he doesn't run into the other safety on the other side. All right, camera view is a little bit bad, but we deal with it. Okay, it looks like a similar look, except so we got the corners are playing really close, maybe at 4 or 5 yards. We got our blitzer, and we got two safeties deep. All right, so let's see what they do on the first jump. Okay, so I send out routes from the center and the outside receiver. Send crossing routes right up the middle again. So cover 2, if they're going to blitz you in a 2 deep zone, anyone in flag football should be picking this apart all day. Doesn't matter what team it is really. I mean, even our team, we generally leave the middle like a little bit open when you're running too deep. So, but some people for whatever reason tend to not throw the ball over the middle as much as they should be. But this should be an easy throw for any cover 2 defense when no one's actually in the middle. So we run some crossing routes from the outside and the slot receiver. Ball basically in the same position as the last throw. If you watch the previous throw, the ball's actually thrown at the same timing, in the same space, but a different route. So obviously there's a void in the defense that we're exploiting. If they line up in the same defense, you just kind of switch the looks up and hit the same spots. Move the guys around, It's the same route, just looks a lot different. Coming from a different guy, in a different formation. That's the way to keep the defense off balance. Alright, so we got first down now. Checking out the defense. So now we have two people holding up their hands for blitzing, which is quite interesting. So let's see. I think they're trying to maybe confuse me, but looks like it might be some sort of man because this cornerback is quite close. Could be covered two still, but they may be trying to plug up that middle that's been hit the past two downs. So we got one corner up top here, but he's not over anybody. So they haven't really squeezed this edge. So that's on them. This guy's basically guarding nobody and not putting any pressure on anyone either. So let's see what we do. Alright, cool. Looks like, we saw that there's possibly, them trying to clog up that space in the middle, acting like there's two blitzers coming. In my opinion, I don't know what good that would do to send two blitzers and flag. So obviously, and it doesn't really matter who's coming because they're both standing in the same spot. If you were going to do a double blitz, or at least try to throw the QB off guard, you maybe want to be coming from a cornerback position. I wouldn't necessarily do it two people next to each other because it doesn't really change much for the quarterback. But it looks like I run a running play here to the strong side. Let's see if this is legal. Yeah, so good thing that the cornerback on the strong side here runs off with the fade route. But that's a testament to the receivers, making plays downfield. The corner can't look in the backfield, so he has to pay attention. So it looks like they're playing some sort of man. It's still in zone because the safety's kind of keeping his eyes on me. Yeah, if I didn't throw it, we made it just a play here. So a good run by Waleed, catch avoiding the tackles there. Alright, lastly, red zone. Defense is always different. We haven't talked about red zone much, but mostly in red zone from what I see on the international level and locally in our league is we'll play like a cover 4 where each person has the area where they're standing. And, people are, they should be calling out the crossers and staying in their zone. And someone will be blitzing, so it's like a cover 4 zone basically. I think we might have had someone run the wrong route here because I would never run double hitches on the outside like this from the left side. I think we should have had a post stop here and post stop on the outside, but the double hitches. So again, we have to hold on to the ball a little bit longer. Whenever you're stuck like this and no one's open immediately, it's really important to keep calm. Keep a cool head, let your receivers get to work. After everyone notices that, hey, the play's not on time, let them work and get someone over. So only one person came open this time, so you had to play some trick. Here I did what some might call like a no-look pass. So I looked at my outside receiver as he was going in, but I was hitting my outside receiver with the no-look pass. Not one to brag, but this is not an easy throw, but we made it. It was a little bit short, but got the job done. But back to the basic discussion is that I'm thinking that they're in cover 4 where everyone has their space, but it looks like they're in a strange kind of non-stacked, like a stacked man or something like this. But you got to be patient even when you can't read the defense. Keep an eye on I'd say your best one-on-one matchups and see what happens in space and make a quick decision wherever you best can. And you can have a little fun, sidearm, throw on it.